Welcome back to the Intercourse Show. I'm your host, Mr. B. Today we have a very exciting show for you. We are discussing relationships, and as always, we always go to our main man, Kevin Samuels, to lay out some thoughts on it. Now, today, I think we might do it a little different. Dr. Umar Johnson has some things to say about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs' relationship. So let's see what Dr. Umar had to say on this one. This one should be a good one, as he tends to be a little bit outlandish, but he makes a lot of sense from some of the points he'll raise. So let's go ahead and see where he is with this one.
All these sneaky links.
We cannot overcome white supremacy until we overcome our own demonic oppression. I repeat, I'm talking to all the Africans of the world, and most specifically to the American African, but this applies to the entire global African kingdom. We cannot overcome white supremacy until we overcome the demonic oppression that we are suffering from, because we are living out of alignment with our destiny as a race. I need you to understand, and understand. My Haitian Africans, what's up? I need you to understand, and understand. Australian Africans, I'm on my way back to Australia. We're going to do it even bigger than the last time. The Black community is under demonic oppression. Our conduct is no better than the conduct of our oppressor. I want you to hear me on this. I want you to hear me on this. The conduct of the American African people and the conduct of African people globally is not any better than the conduct of our oppressors. What I am saying then, we are vibrating at the same frequency as the enemy. Hear me. We are vibrating at the same frequency as the enemy. If you want to know why we can't overcome miseducation, if you want to know why we can't overcome political castration, if you want to know why we can't overcome police extermination, it is because the collective, the Black freedmen collective, the American African people, we are vibrating at the same frequency as a President Donald Trump, as the same frequency as the United States Senate. Your vibration is not higher than your enemy. Your moral conduct is no better than your enemy. So how can you overcome him? I want y'all to hear me now. I want y'all to hear me now. Until we win the war for our souls, we have to reclaim our souls first. Listen, if we do not reclaim our spiritual birthright, if we keep on imitating the worst behaviors of the oppressor, God will never liberate African people. God will never liberate African people. See, we have to struggle politically, but we have to struggle spiritually as well. I'm not talking religion. Religion is a distraction from spiritual discipline and focus. No disrespect. I love all the religions. I respect them all. But religions give you a psychological scapegoat by telling you, no matter how out of step you are with divine frequency, you will still be blessed because you claim Jesus. No matter how out of step you are with divine frequency, you will still be blessed because you claim Muhammad. No matter how out of step you are with divine frequency, you're still going to win because you're a Jehovah's Witness or a Hebrew. I'm here to tell you, religious gangbanging is not going to bring you back into divine frequency. Labels are superficial. No label is going to bring us back into alignment with divine frequency. Religious belief is a distraction from the work you have to do to put your soul back in alignment with the Supreme. Let me say that again. You have to put your soul back in alignment with the Supreme. Until you put your soul back in alignment with the Supreme, I don't care how many times you go to church or to the mosque. I don't care how much fasting and praying you do, how much reading of scripture you do. That is all superficial. You have to do the work of putting your soul back in alignment. We are out of alignment with supreme consciousness. The African race is out of alignment with supreme consciousness. Now, let me take this to the level of relationships and dating. On the level of sexual intimacy and dating, and this is what all your relationship gurus are getting wrong. On the level of sexual intimacy and dating in the American African community and the African race, and all your religious gurus are getting all of this wrong. Every time you lay down with somebody, you're picking up their demons. Every time you lay down with somebody, you're picking up their demons. And you yourself came into the relationship with your own demons. You carry spiritually, sexually transmitted demons. They carry sexually transmitted demons, STDs. We're talking about STDs. We're talking about STDs, sexually transmitted demons. If you ever been sexually abused, you have demons if you have not been healed. The demons of sex abuse. If you've been emotionally abused, you carry the demons of emotional abuse. If you've been verbally abused, mom, dad, grandparents, caregivers, brothers and sisters, peers, classmates, you carry the demons of verbal abuse. Every type of abuse has its own gang of demons with their own level of frequency. If you were abandoned by your father, if you were abandoned by your mother, you carry those demons. Every negative emotion and experience carries its own demon. Now check this out. The demons grow in power every single day that you do not face them, address them, and conquer them. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand what I'm saying right now. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand what your big brother RB Jesus is dropping right now. Your demons grow in strength over you every single day that you don't face, confront, and conquer. You must confront and conquer your demons. You cannot confront and conquer your demons if you are still angry at the person who gave rise to those demons. Grudges. The demons feed off grudges. The demons feed off a lack of forgiveness. The demons feed off your anger, your rage, your need to get revenge. Demons feed off negative thoughts. Demons feed off negative emotions, and demons feed off of negative behaviors. This is why when you've been harassed by a particular demon, and most of us have a gang of demons. The average Negro has a dozen of demons attached to their soul. I said the average Negro has a dozen demons attached to their soul. Every dysfunctional relationship you've been in has a demon attached to it if you don't confront and conquer that demon.
There's absolutely some truth to what he's saying. There are some truths, and that's biblically based. You know, the Bible says that we are to forgive others. And what happens when we don't forgive others is we inhabit the bitter feelings, and it turns us into someone that we may not even recognize. It puts darkness in our hearts. And what he's saying is true. I mean, I'm not just saying it hypothetically, I'm saying it personally. You know, as I've had to overcome some things and still are working on some things with people who may have misused your trust and just continue to play games. And it is a hard thing to do, to disconnect. But Dr. Umar is actually onto something, because part of healing is understanding that it starts with you. You got to forgive yourself. And you got to forgive others for whatever wrong they've done to you. And it's actually what God said. If I can forgive you of all your sins, why can't you forgive your brethren of whatever it is that they've done to offend you? And so there is a demonic thing in there that sometimes prevents us from walking in love and letting go of those bitter feelings. And you have to be intentional about addressing it. And that's what I think Dr. Umar is hitting right on the head right now as he speaks on this topic.
No disrespect to the zesty festers. No disrespect to the zesty festers, but those are demons. You think you were born that way because a demon is telling you you were born that way. It is a demon that is whispering thoughts into your mind, and you think those thoughts are your thoughts. They are not your thoughts. It's a demon that tells black women you're only beautiful with a blonde weave or blonde hair. It's a demon that tells black men you are only going to be comfortable with a white woman. Those are demons. And here's what I want y'all to understand. Here's what I want y'all to understand. You have demons of your own from childhood. You have demons of your own from your college experiences. You have demons of your own from your family dysfunction. You have demons of your own from your own addictions. You got demons of your own because of your own character flaws and faults. Now you're going to lay down with somebody who got demons of their own. Two demonically oppressed Africans are not going to make a spiritual union. I'm going to say it again. Two demonically oppressed Africans are not going to make a spiritual union. I don't care if you stand before the pastor, you can stand before the imam, you can stand before the rabbi, you can stand in the church, you can stand in the temple, you can stand in a mosque, you can stand in a synagogue. If you got demons on you, a covenant of marriage is not going to help you.
Dr. Umar's cooking. He's 100% correct. It's true. It doesn't matter what your religion is, but if you are not operating in love, if you are not addressing those bitter feelings, if you're being influenced by demonic voices that's telling you to do certain things, your religion can't necessarily hide the outcomes that you're likely to get. He's 100% correct about that. Now, him saying if you as a black man decide to be with a white woman, that is a demon voice telling you to do that, I don't agree on that particular point. But Dr. Umar will go there all the time. I don't agree on that. I actually think you got to go where you're at, where the love really is. And it is possible for a black man to be loved by a white woman, just as it is possible for a white woman to be loved by a white man. So I'm not taking that position that he's taking, but I do believe he's correct in that there are a lot of demonic voices that try to influence the decision people make, right? My pastor says this all the time. He says, no one person has an original thought. It's either coming from a righteous place, which is a godly thought, or it's coming from an unrighteous place, which is a satanic thought or something more dark. But no one person has an original thought. It's an interesting point to think about. But Dr. Umar is onto something.
A covenant of marriage is not going to help you if you got demons. The reason we are crashing out on each other romantically, the reason we are crashing out on each other intimately, the reason we are crashing out on each other in the dating game is you are full of toxic vibrational energy from the demons you carry. How y'all doing, ladies? All right now. You are carrying spiritually transmitted demons. This is why you're so angry when you date. This is why you're so impatient when you date. This is why you're so controlling when you date. In the flesh, black kings. How y'all doing?
Respect, bro.
How we doing, fellas? One love to y'all. One love. The honor's all mine. Let's do it. Let's do it. No doubt. Appreciate you. No doubt.
It only takes a little white brainwashing
to activate the coon chip in the, it only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip in the average Negro. One love to you, princess. All right.
Thank you.
One love.
Oh, man.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. So now, I had an ancestral diversion for the higher development of my young brothers and sisters. I had an ancestral diversion for the higher development of my young brothers and sisters. I had an ancestral diversion for the higher development of my young brothers and sisters. But this is what I want to say. We are coming into the relationship already full of toxic energy that we don't want to face. And every time you have sex, you pick up their demons. When you have sex, you are open. Your spirit, your auras, your chakra fields, everything is open. You're picking up trauma on top of your trauma, and you wondering why y'all don't get along. Let me say it one more time. When you have sex, you are fully open. There is no defense. You might think you're protecting yourself. You can't. When you have sex with another human being, that is a spiritual covenant. That is a spiritual covenant. When you have sex with another human being, that is a spiritual covenant. And if you don't know what demonic attachments are on that person, if you don't know what demonic attachments are on that person, you automatically pick up their demonic attachments. But y'all don't hear me though. This is why relationships don't work in the Black community, because we are not doing the shadow work. Let me say it again. This is why relationships don't work in the Black community, because we are not doing the shadow work. Relationships are all about superficialities and lust. And the demon of lust and temptation is one of the hardest demons to conquer. Black men, we are possessed without question by the demon of lust and temptation. Black men, we are overly possessed by the demon of lust and temptation. And Black women, you are, not all of you, but as a group, Black women, you are possessed by the Jezebel demon. The Jezebel demon that only pursues power, money, and materialism. You carry feminine demons, we carry masculine demons, and when we get married, Black women carrying feminine demons, Black men carrying masculine demons, and when we get married, guess who's getting married? We're not getting married because we don't know each other. We're not getting married because we don't know each other. Guess who's getting married? The demons are making a covenant to destroy both of your lives. Your demons and her demons. Your demons and his demons are making a covenant to destroy one another. Did y'all hear what I just said?
He's cooking. What he's saying is truth to it, 100%. It's true. There's a distrust that exists between the Black man and the Black woman. And there is, I don't know if I'd call it an epidemic, but that distrust has resulted in a lot of broken homes. That distrust has resulted in a lot of broken families. You can look at the incarceration rate. You can look at the divorce rate. You can look at the condition of the Black community as a whole. And you can see that we're not competing on the same levels as some other communities, the Asian community, the Caucasian community. We're lagging way behind. Our voice is less impactful, mainly because of this discord that exists between our brothers and our sisters. And we do have to acknowledge that this is an issue and really kind of got to get to the bottom of it by assessing, you know, these things that is causing a rift between the two of us. And Dr. Umar is hitting it on the head. I got to give him that.
Did y'all hear what I just said? And then these demons of the opposite sex will come and have sex with you in your sleep. Let me say it again. Those demons will come and have sex with you in your sleep without your knowledge, and they will produce more internal demons. And you think going to church on Sunday once a week is enough. You think going to the mosque for Jumu'ah prayer on Friday is once enough. The imam, the pastor, the rabbi, they cannot help you with your demons. You got to do this work. You got to confront and destroy your own demons. Some of you are Christians. You should know better. The Bible tells you we don't struggle against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers that we can't even see. We don't struggle against flesh and blood. We struggle against principalities and energies that we can't even see. I got the Pan-African fast coming up from June 10th to July 1st. It's only 3 weeks. I strongly recommend you go on this spiritual fast, this sexual fast. No sex for 21 days. Do it with me, brothers and sisters. No sexual intercourse for 21 days. June 10th, the day Marcus Garvey died, to July the 1st, when Ghana announced its independence. Independence didn't come till March 6th, but it was announced on July the 1st. Go on this spiritual fast with me, black woman. Let's clean some of them demons out. You need space. You need time. You got to starve them demons. You got to starve them demons. If you are an alcoholic, you carry the demons of alcoholism. If you are an opioid addict, you carry the demons of opioid addiction. If you are a food addict, you carry the demons of food addiction. No sex for 21 days. If you can't do all 21 days, no sex for the first 3 days and the last 3 days. Everybody has to do no sex for the first 3 days and the last 3 days, but you need to go 21 days. And if you can't go 21 days without the Shango stick, if you can't go 21 days without the Laffy Taffy, if you can't go 21 days without his Chico stick, if you can't go 21 days without the Royal Phallus, black man, if you can't go 21 days without the honeycomb, if you can't go 21 days without the blueberry cobbler, if you can go 21 days without the warm hot cookies, if you can go 21 days without a sugar box, you are under complete possession of the demon. How do you know this, Dr. Umar? How do you know this? Because the number one symptom of demonic possession is a lack of self-control over the possessing issue. The number one symptom of demonic possession is a lack of self-control over the possessing entity.
Dr. Umar is hilarious, yo. If you can't go 21 days without the goodies, you're in trouble. I mean, he's on to something. Sometimes you do have to practice self-control. There is a time where you got to reassess, and when you out here mingling and jingling with everybody, you know, it can cloud your judgment, and it really can put you in a different, distracted state of mind. And I think, you know, sometimes you do need to cleanse. Sometimes you do need to detox. It's the same thing. Sometimes you're eating stuff that's not serving your body well, and you need to detox. You need to cleanse yourself of those things. I think that still happens in our sexual lives as well. So I don't think this is a bad ask on his part for people to come together and try to take a step back from engaging in a lot of sexual intercourse, just so that they can clear their minds and make sense of some things.
If you can't control sexual appetite, if you can't control your food appetite, if you can't control your appetite for alcoholism, if you can't control your appetite for pornography, if you can't control your appetite to go to the club, party, and rubbing up on demonic spirits all weekend long, every time you go to the club, that's a covenant with the devil. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. Every time you go to the club, you rubbing up on strangers, rubbing off your spiritual demons on you. They rubbing off their spiritual demons on you. You rubbing off your spiritual demons on them. We will not overcome white supremacy until we overcome our own spiritual degradation. That is correct. King Compass Coach, 215-989-9858 is my cell number. Do not call me, text me. I do not answer the phone. 215-989-9858. Do not call me. You can text me. I do not answer the phone. Franklin, Virginia, I will see you for Juneteenth on Thursday, June the 18th. Franklin, Virginia, I will see you on Juneteenth, Thursday, June the 18th. Hampton, Virginia, I will see you on Juneteenth on Friday, June the 19th. Dothan, Alabama. Dothan, Alabama. Dothan, Alabama. I will see you for Juneteenth on Saturday, June the 20th. London, England, August the 1st. Brixton, Reparations March. I know y'all think this is funny, but it's not funny, brothers and sisters. The black community is under demonic possession. Stop having sex and save your soul. Stop having sex and save your soul. Stop having sex and save your soul. This is why the Most High doesn't answer the prayers of African people. This is why the Most High doesn't answer the prayers of African people. Reparations, what about spiritual reparations? Have you gotten rid of your demons yet? You got all kind of demons on you. You got all kind of demons on you. All these sneaky links, the only thing sneaking around is demons. All these sneaky links y'all having in the hood, the only thing that's sneaking around is these demons sneaking between the sheets. Sneaking between the sheets. All this jealousy, all this animosity, all this rage, all this condemnation. Why do you think black people always want to party? Do you see how much we party? We party more than any other race in this country. We party more than any other race in this country. Every time you turn around, there's a new cruise to go on. Every time you turn around, there's a new concert to go to. Every time you turn around, there's a new sporting event. Every time you turn around, there's another nightclub. Every time you turn around, there's another birthday jam. Every time you turn around, there's another cookout. When do you sit your ass down, be still, close your eyes?
Stop calling me. You sound like a psycho. I swear to God.
I'm calling you to let you know that.
And face your shadow. I'm going to say it again. With all this partying and distraction we engage in, with all this partying and distraction that we engage in, when do you sit your black ass down? Be still, get quiet, close your eyes, and face your shadow. When do you do this? When do you do this? How you doing there? All right now. So you must face your shadows. You must get rid of the unseen entities that are controlling your destiny. Because guess what? If you've been under demonic possession for 12 years or longer, and many of us have, your willpower is at an all-time low. Most of you all can't make yourself do anything. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Most of us have the discipline of a newborn baby. Let's just be honest. And even if you have discipline in some things, you don't have discipline in everything, and you definitely don't have discipline in the right thing. When you go on a date and somebody tells you they just got out of a relationship, there's demons at that table having supper with you. You going on a date with somebody who just got out of the relationship and they had intimacy with that person. They just got out of the relationship and you on a date. You just got out of the relationship and you on a date. Make it make sense, brothers and sisters. Can somebody please make it make sense? Can somebody please make it make sense? You just got out of the relationship. She just got out of the relationship. And here y'all go trying to start a new relationship, and both of you are infested with low vibrating demons. Lord have mercy. We're not talking about the white supremacist streamers right now. We're not talking about Kevin Hart. We're not talking about Cheyenne Bryant. We are talking about you. See, that's the demons in your mind. That is the demonic entities that don't want you to focus on you. You got to distract the conversation. This is why black people don't never want to focus on us. We don't want to focus on us as a group, and we don't want to focus on us as individuals. Whenever it comes time to be spiritually accountable to the village, we can't talk about that.
Whenever it becomes time to be spiritually accountable to the village, we don't want to talk about that. Whenever it becomes time to be spiritually accountable to the village, we don't ever want to talk about that. I got brothers and sisters calling me now. I don't answer the phone. I told you to text me. I told you to text me. You will never catch me on the phone. Text message, WhatsApp, email, princeofpanafricanism@gmail.com. Prince of Pan-Africanism@gmail.com. We spell Africa with a K.
Okay, that was Dr. Umar Johnson, really sharing some really good thoughts, I think, on dating and some of the things that I think are causing a rift in relationships. I would definitely encourage for you guys to watch the full clip. Obviously, it's much longer than we would like to cover, and I don't want any copyright issues. But Dr. Umar Johnson raised some really good points, and I would definitely encourage you guys to definitely check him out. That's it for me on this. I do agree with some of the points that he made, and I, except for the religion thing, I'm a Christian. I would definitely encourage people to be to choose Jesus Christ in their life and to prioritize a relationship with him. I don't subscribe to religion, so I'm not advocating a religion per se. I am advocating a relationship with Jesus Christ, and I believe people's fundamental beliefs, their principles will help to lead them to live a better lives, and therefore that's why I'm going to advocate Christianity every day, all day. For those who choose not to live that way, that is your prerogative, but it's certainly not going to be what I would advise. The Bible says there's only one way to come to God, and that's through Jesus Christ, and I believe it. I am a believer. I am not a questioner. I'm not a doubter. So that being said, if it resonates to some, I would encourage you to do so. If it doesn't, I respect your choice not to. It is your will. So that being said, guys, thank you again, and be well.